Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to part 2 of my DVD slash Blu-ray update for July of 2014. Yeah, I think it's been about a month. I think maybe just a few days over a month since my last one. Yeah, so this is going to be the Blu-Rays, and let's get right into them. Got a pretty decent stack, actually. Of course, once again, I did not receive everything that I was waiting for in the mail. But that's the way it goes around here when you live up in Canada. Shit takes forever all the time. So, let's get right into that. First up is a non-horror title, but I finally got around to grabbing this. I've seen this film before, and I watched it again when I picked this up, and this shit is unbelievable. I know the sequel just came out this week, actually, on Blu-ray, which I still need to grab. I'm probably going to wait for the price to drop. It was fucking expensive. And that is The Raid Redemption. This actually is one of my favorite action films, man. This shit is amazing. Like, it's so much fun to watch. The fight sequences in this film are outrageous. They really are. I mean, if you've never seen this movie, you have to check this shit out, man. It really is truly an amazing film. It's so much fun. Like, oh, fuck, man. I can't get over the scene where the dude fucking smashes this guy's face off a wall like 5 times as he's kicking him and kneeing him in the head. Like, it's fucking crazy how fast it is, man. Really awesome film. Really looking forward to the sequel. I've heard good things about it. I heard it's really long, like 150 minutes, which is quite interesting for an action film, I gotta say. But yeah, check out The Raid Redemption if you've never checked this out. Fucking amazing, amazing film. Next up here is, if you watch my shelf by shelf, I actually had this in there, so this is kind of a repeat. I'm kind of cheating, but it is something I picked up in the last month. So, and that is the Blu-ray of Easter Casket by Dustin Mills, limited to 50. There's number 25 of 50. I think actually his newest one, Skinless, and her name is Torment. I don't know if those are actually limited Blu-rays. I think they might be the first ones that aren't limited. So, which is pretty cool. But yeah, support Dustin Mills, man. Really good, awesome guy. An amazing creative director that does his effects, does everything himself. Just a very inventive indie director. Love Dustin Mills. This is a really weird, quirky film, too. Very, very different. Easter Casket. Next up here is the next bunch here are going to be Godzilla-related films. We got King Kong vs. Godzilla. This fucking movie is so... Oh, it's so funny. It makes me laugh. I love the fight scenes in this film are actually pretty well done. They're pretty well done. It's cheesy. This is, I believe it's an American production. Yeah, it's, you know, in English with the Asian overdubs. It's just funny. It just, I don't know. But this is really enjoyable. I really enjoy this film. I thought it looked pretty good on Blu-ray, too. Next up is Godzilla vs. Smog Monster, also known as Godzilla vs. Hedorah. This is fucking, man. These releases by Kraken Releasings, the Blu-rays are fucking phenomenal. Like, really, really amazing transfers. I was blown the fuck away. Me and my buddy, Dylan, we watched all these in one night, and we were just floored by the video quality, the transfers on these. These movies shouldn't look this good. It's really amazing what they did with these. These are really fun. All of them are really fucking fun. The storyline, the social undertones of this film, of, you know, how people polluting the earth and, you know, shit coming around to fucking bite you in the ass. I really like that, though. I thought it was pretty cool. The social commentary was fun. I completely see what they were doing with it, but this is a fun film, man. I really enjoy this. Hedorah is fucking badass, so definitely check it out. You can get those Blu-rays for pretty cheap, and it's worth it. Like, the quality is just outstanding. Next up is Godzilla vs. Sea Monster, also known as Hebra, Horror of the Deep. Hebra. I'm always torturing these names and titles. They're just fucking so hard to... I think everyone's having problems with these. Again, transfer just fantastic. Really, really fun, cheesy films. If you haven't really seen many Godzilla films, definitely pick these up and check them out. They're really worth it. I mean, for the price alone, this is amazing. I've heard the DVDs look really good too, but this is fucking awesome. Really, really good stuff. Highly recommend it. And next up here is Godzilla vs. Gigan, also known as Godzilla on Monster Island. This is another really fun one. Transfer, again, just fucking phenomenal. Really looks great. Yeah. I'm just thinking, these films are so fucking fun. This is a quirky one. This is a really quirky one, the Monster Island one. I really liked it. Really cool stuff. Next up is, these are the releases by Sony, put out on the Toho Godzilla collection. First up here is the double feature of Godzilla, Mechagodzilla 2, and Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. I haven't yet to watch these. This is still sealed, but again, I can't remember which ones I've seen, because these are some of the later ones, like the 90s ones and shit like that. I've seen some of these and I don't remember. I really got to revisit these. I heard the Blu-ray transfers aren't as good as the Kraken ones on here, which is kind of ironic, actually, that, you know, these films are so much newer and the transfers aren't as good, but I don't know. Next up here is Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah and Godzilla and Mothra, The Battle for Earth. I know for a fact I've seen Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. I'm not sure about the other one, but once again, you know, these were... I didn't get these as cheap as people were picking them up down in the States. I know at Walmart and stuff, they had them for like 10, 11 bucks or whatever. I paid a little more up here because for me to import them from down there was just going to cost the same if I was going to get them up here. So, next up here is Godzilla vs. Tokyo SOS and Godzilla Final Wars. I don't believe I've seen either one of these. These ones don't ring a bell for me. So, looking forward to these. These are like completely later ones, like 2003, 2004, newer films. And I did watch these, Godzilla vs. Destroya and Godzilla vs. Megaguarius. I don't know how to pronounce that. Transfers aren't bad. They're not bad. They were pretty fun. They were pretty fun. These ones are from like 95 and I believe like 96 or 7 or something like that. Or 2000. They're fun, cheesy films. Man, pick these up. They're really fun. I'm so happy that they're releasing all this Godzilla stuff. Next up here is the Gamera 4-movie collection, released by Mill Creek, of course. Yeah, Volume 1. These are the original 4 films, Gamera and the Giant Monster of 65. I'm not going to say all of them, but 65, 66, 67, 68. They did like 4 films in 4 years there. Pretty cool stuff. I was just amazed that when I opened this up, it was all on one disc. I couldn't fucking believe it. I thought it'd be on 2. I know they released the Gamera, the 90s films. I have that Blu-ray set too, but that's actually on 2 discs. And I was surprised to see that all 4 were on 1, and there was 2 discs for 3 of them. I don't know what's going on with that, but Gamera, I haven't checked these out yet. I've seen a few of these films in the past, and then Volume 2, which is from 69, 70, 71, and 80. So there was 11 Gamera films total, I believe. It's a lot. Very cool stuff. I know I've seen a couple of these, I just don't remember. Next up for the Scream Factory stuff here is a film I was really, really anticipating so highly because I'd never seen this movie before. I'd always wanted to see it, and I'd seen bootlegs around of it and stuff like that, and I was just amazed that Scream Factory was actually digging this one out and releasing it. And that is The Final Terror. This is a really interesting slasher film from 1983 for a couple different reasons. This one has a lot of characters in it. It's got some recognizable faces in here too. It's got Daryl Hannah in it. A couple of the guys in here you might be able to recognize too, but this movie is basically like a backwoods type slasher film about these guys that are out in this camp and doing some shit out there and stuff, and they're being, you know, stalked and killed by this unknown person. The thing is, there's lots of characters in this film. There's got to be like 10 or 12 people, at least. And this movie has probably one of the lowest body counts for a slasher film I've ever seen. You know, at first when I watched it, I was like, wow, I just cannot believe how low the body count is and how many people survived the film. Like, there's got to be 6 or 7 people that survived this film, which is very rare for a slasher film of, you know, of any time, to have that many people at the end of the film. But it's enjoyable. It's shot really well. It's done well. It's acted well. It just has a really low body count. The kills aren't even that overly that amazing, but I know I was actually reading a quirky little fact on this one. The body count was so low in this film that the opening scene where the two people get killed in the beginning of the film was actually put into the film after this was done, just to add a little bit of body count to it. That's very intriguing to me. Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed this film. It's not spectacular, but it's, like I said, it has all the right elements that should be for, to make a good film. Good acting and shot well and stuff. And it's intriguing, man. I did enjoy it, though. It was cool. And the transfer, I mean, you probably can't get any better. I've heard that, some of the old VHS and bootlegs and stuff just look like trash. I've never seen them before, obviously, but this does look good. I recommend it, The Final Tear. This probably isn't for everybody. I know a lot of people will be probably disappointed with this film just because the body count's not there. So I'm pre-warning you right now, but it's definitely worth picking up. Next up is a film that I did not want to... I will admit it, I did not want to grab this. And of course, have grabbed every Scream Factory release to date. And I was not excited when they announced this because I'm not overly the biggest fan of this film. It's okay, and that is Lake Placid. I will say the transfer looks pretty fucking good. It's pretty damn clear. They did a good job with it. There's not overly that much special features on this, to be honest. There's interviews with the director, Steve Miner, directed this film. Actor Bill Pullman, director of photography. There's a couple interviews and stuff, vintage featurettes, and TV spots and trailers and stuff. So it's not really much for a collector's edition, but if you like this film, it's definitely probably worth picking up if you don't own it on DVD or whatever, because the transfer is pretty fucking good, but not my favorite release to date. Next up for the Scream Factories is The Monkey's Paw. This was a chiller released film, of course, about the urban legend or the whatever you want to call it about the monkey's paw. I thought this movie was okay. I do really like the premise of the monkey's paw, giving you wishes, and what you get probably is going to come back to bite you in the ass. I really like the killer in this film, man. He did a really good job. I thought he was outstanding, actually. But like I said, I thought the execution of how the monkey paw was presented to the main character, I thought was a little weak. I didn't really like that setup and stuff. I thought that was really poorly done. I love the killer. I thought he was great. The lead actor in this film, I'm not sure what his name is, but I didn't like him, man. I thought he was kind of shitty in the lead role, but he was kind of off-putting for me for the film. But I've heard some people say they really enjoyed it and stuff, and I can see why people would. But I am gonna give this one another watch. Maybe I'll like it more, but it's okay. Next up for the Redemptions is House of Mortal Sin. I believe I actually had these in my Redemption Blu-ray overview too. I just got them that day. But I have watched this since, House of Mortal Sin, which is also known as the Confessional, or the Confession? No, the Confessional. Pete Walker film. This is pretty good, man. I really enjoyed this movie. Transfer's good, but no really buts. The ending is fucking bizarre in this film. Really bizarre film. About this kind of like this priest that takes advantage of people, and it's a story like that. Very good stuff though. Highly recommend this. Thought it was good. And then the other Redemption film here I picked up is Home Before Midnight. I've yet to watch this. I actually popped this in a few nights back, and then I got sidetracked. I never ended up watching it, which was weird. Didn't even start the film. Had the menu on for a couple hours. But yeah, I don't think this is actually a horror film. I think it's more of like a kind of a I don't know. It's like a thriller, like a drama thriller or something like that. Really kind of different film for Pete Walker, but looking forward to checking that out. And then next up here is going to be a bunch of Arrow releases. First up, I picked up Spider Baby. This is just a fantastic, fantastic film, man. I absolutely love Spider Baby. This is a great, great film. I've yet to watch this Blu-ray yet, but I'm just so happy to have this. It's got 2 discs, and it's got the original cover art there, which is fantastic. Man, these Arrow releases are so fucking heavy. So heavy. Really good stuff, but one of my favorite releases, actually, since they haven't been doing the slip boxes. Love Spider Baby. Next up here is Vincent Price film, Theater of Blood. I'm not actually 100% sure if this is going to be in the Scream Factory Volume 2. I can't remember the films that are in there. I think this one isn't in there, actually. I think I got it, but pretty cool stuff. Very cool reversible art. I actually like the reversible art on there. It's pretty damn fucking cool. Probably going to reverse that, actually. Yeah, the transfer on this is really good. I watched this. Really awesome film. Really great stuff. Definitely check that out. This one I haven't even opened yet. That's The Pit and the Pendulum. Yeah, awesome stuff. I love the film. Vincent Price rocks. Everything that Vincent Price does is really amazing. So, and last up here is the stuff. I need to reverse this cover art, actually. The cover art that they did for that is pretty cool, but I really like this. This cover art is fantastic. Love the greens. It's fucking really cool. I mean, both are really good, so. Yeah, this is a really, really, really good transfer. Mono sound, the sounds I found wasn't the greatest on this, but packed full of features and stuff, which I got to get into, but transfer's fucking amazing on this. Really good. Arrows just knocks out the ballpark, man. And last up is actually one that I've shown when I was doing my collection overview, because I had just gotten it that day or whatever. And that is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, limited to 10,000 super set. Everyone's showing this off, so comes with a couple bonus films, which is really awesome. Need to still watch those, but yeah, good stuff. This edition is just fucking, it's meaty. It's so meaty. But anyways, Arrow Video, awesome stuff, man. They're a really good company. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for the Blu-rays. I believe that was like 22 I picked up this month, and I still had more coming, which is such a shame that I didn't get them. But anyways, that is going to do it for the update. Yeah, this one took a little bit. So anyways, guys, I will check you next month with another update. And yeah, peace out.